Okay, welcome back to Operation Thunderclap. This is part 2. Alright, so I'm just going to sort out, I just paused it for a second, and now we're going to go on with the fishy side of things. So for the Vichy creation. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is roll for all the French naval units. Okay. Okay, so there's nothing in port, so I don't have to worry about that. Then we've got units on the build queue. All right, so 1 to 7 is scuttled, 8 to 10 Vichy, 11, 12 German. So this will be for the one French ship, which I believe is a heavy cruiser, and that's on the build queue. So let's do that. So this is for the French. So that's 8, and that's going to be Vichy. Not that helpful on the build queue, but I guess better than nothing. All right, so we'll put that on the build queue. That's a heavy cruiser. Oh, God damn it. So far away. All right, so that's on the build queue over there. Let's get on with the rest of these ships. We'll take the dice with us. All right, so for ships that aren't on the build queue, all right, 1 to 3 is the Allies, 4 to 7 scuttled, 8 to 10 with Vichy equivalent, 11 to 12 is for the Germans. So let's start from the bottom and work our way up. These will go Japanese because they're in the Pacific if they go to any of the axes. So let's start with these ones over here so I don't forget them. We'll take a couple of dice. All right, so we've got the 4 fleet subs. We can roll all these together because that's not going to make any difference. All right, we're all the same ship. All right, so let's go for these 4 fleet subs that are in I-7. So that's an 8, a 4, a 3, and a 2. So what's that? So 1 to 3 is Allied. So 2 stay to the go to the Allies. That's pretty nice for them. So we've got 2, 3. What's a 4? 4 is scuttled. So 1 comes off. In 8 is Vichy. That's pretty crap. It's a pretty crap deal. All right, 8 is Vichy. Okay. All right. So only 1 was scuttled. All right, let's now go. There's no other French ships on this part of the world. So let's move down to A48. So down at A48, we've got a TBD and we've got a light cruiser. Let's zoom in a bit more. Actually, okay, we'll just go over here. All right, so let's go with the TBD first. All over the place today. All right, so the TBD. And that's a 3. So I believe that's Allied. Yep, that's Allies. And then we've got the light cruiser. Oh, good Lord. That's also Allies. All right, so this is not going good for the Vichy. All right, so they're free. They're free French. Now let's go for the transport, the destroyer, and the 2 battleships. A bit more tasty. So let's go with the transport first. So the transport, and it's a 5. I think that's scuttled. Yeah, that's going to be scuttled. And then we've got the destroyer. That's free. And then the 2 battleships. So let's go roll those together. A 4 and an 11. So I'm pretty sure a 4 is scuttled and an 11 is German. So we get one of the battleships. So 1 A 4, let me just double check. A 4 is definitely 4 to 7 scuttled. Yeah, so 4. And then the 11, so the French battleship will go German, and we'll just teleport that over to import in West Germany. So I can just go there. Pretty sure that's how it works. So let's quickly get a German boat. I guess it's nice to get a battleship. Germans don't often get ships like that, but here we go. All right, let's keep going. All right, there's no other French ships in the med that I can see. All right, now we've got these French ships here in A41. So in A41, we have a transport. Let's do that. And 10, I think that is Vichy. So that's going to go Vichy, and that's going to teleport over to southern France in port. So let's get a Vichy transport. So Vichy transport in port. Let me take this one off. All right. Next thing is we've got 2 destroyers. So let's roll for those. A 4 is scuttled and a 12 is going to be German. So 1 comes off and 1 goes German. So let's sort that out. Move a mixed bag in this one. And we need a German destroyer. That'll go with the battleship import here. I'll get an import marker in West Germany. Okay. All right. Ships wise, I think we're covered now. That's all of the French ships. Okay, so let's get to some territories and sort those out. So the only ones we don't roll for are St. Pierre Island and French Guiana. So we're going to roll them in order. So Anam Tonkin, Cochin China, Gambier Islands, and New Caledonia. So that's all this stuff here that might go Japanese. So that's all this territory here. And I'm talking Cochin China, etc. So let's roll for that. So rolling for that, 1 to 6 is Free French, 7 to 12 is Vichy or Japanese. So this will be Japanese if it goes 12. Oh, so we go Free French. So it stays as is. All right, so then we go over to the next one, French Somaliland, Madagascar, and Reunion. So we've got French Madagascar, French, I think it's French Somaliland, yep, and Reunion, which is this little island here. All right, so let's roll for that. So 1 to 6, Free French, 7 to 12, Vichy. So it goes Vichy, because it's 7. And that is worth $1, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Madagascar's worth $1. So that'll go to the Vichy. Well, the Germans can collect it, but let's just put the Vichy on the board for the moment. At 1 so far. All right, next one will be Northern, Western, and Southern Algeria. Here we go. Algeria is 11, that is Vichy. Northern, Southern, and Western. So Algeria goes to the Vichy. And that one's worth $1. So another $1 for the Vichy. Vichy go to 2. All right, next up, Mauritania, French Guiana, French Sudan, Ivory Coast. French Guiana. I didn't think we rolled for French Guiana, but you must do in 4.3. didn't know that. Let me just double check that. So I've got it on page 31. Mauritania. Oh, French Guiana down here, my bad. That's French. Yeah, that's something else. So Mauritania, French Guiana, and what was the last one? Ivory Coast and French Sudan. So they're all together. Ivory Coast, French Sudan, French Guiana. All right, let's roll for that one. And that's an 11. So it goes Vichy again. So we get Mauritania. I had a seaplane base on there from last game. French Sudan, Ivory Coast, French Guinea. Those 4. All right, next we've got Dahomey, Niger, Chad, Cameroon, and Ubong Shari. All right, so let's roll for them. 11 again. Jeepers. Wish I could roll tech like this. All right, so we've got Ubong Shari, what was the other one? Niger, I think Chad and Cameroon. Yeah, Chad and Cameroon. So that's worth another $1 for the Vichy. So Vichy got up another buck to 3. And then we're going to roll for the other smaller ones. All right, so let's roll for Syria. So Syria is a 6. That goes free. That's free French. Let's roll for Tunisia. So Tunisia, knocking over Italian dudes. That's 5 and that's free as well. Free France is on a roll now. So that's Tunisia, that's that done. We don't roll for Corsica, I don't think. We'll roll for the Ascension Islands. Do we roll for these? Oh no, they're British. What am I talking about? Dahomey. I think we rolled for that already. Yeah, that should be in with this lot here. So Dahomey goes Vichy. Apologies on that. Missed it. Let's just double check. All right, so we've got French Somaliland. Tunisia went free French. Syria went free French. And we don't roll for these ones up here. They just stay. They're automatically free. French Morocco. I don't believe we have rolled for that. And we need to roll for French Morocco. All right, so French Morocco, 10. So that goes to Vichy. And that's worth another $1. So the Vichy go up another 1 to 4. And I think that could be everything. So essentially, Cochinchina, Annam Tonkin went free. Tunisia went free. Syria went free. And pretty much nothing else. Everything else went to the Vichy. The TBD and light cruiser down here went free. There's a free destroyer there, free French destroyer. In C zone I7, there's a Vichy sub and 2 free French subs. There's nothing important there. That's redundant marker. I think that's everything. Hopefully I haven't made any errors. I'm going to do a quick disposition and we'll do income. And then I think we're good. We'll do unit placement. So we'll do unit placement first. So we have 4 medium armor to put down. And we're going to put 2 there into East Germany. And Actually, before we do that, I'm going to do some non-combat. Let's just put those away for a second. Sorry about this. All right, so 1 mountain infantry will move over to West Germany. 1 airborne will rail to, actually it'll just fly to East Germany with the air transport. And that comes off. Jesus, not much. I think that's it. I'll get to place units now. So we've got that going Bavaria. All right, so let's place our 4 medium armor. All right, so 1 of them into West Germany and 3 of them into East Germany. I'm making a meal out of everything. I believe we can align, now that France has fallen, we're going to align Romania. So I believe we can do that in this turn. I believe so. Give me 1 second. I'm going to double check that on the alignment. 4.7. Look, it's not a massive issue. If I've stuffed that part up, yeah, we'll do that on the next turn. But if I can, I'm going to align Romania, and then yeah, we'll go from there. All right, let's do a quick income check and then disposition. All right, for the Germans, I've got them at 37. So now they're at war, so they'll get +3 for Sweden. So that takes us to 40. We'll also get $10 for French money, so that's 50. We also get a bonus for Romania +3, plus Romania is worth 3. So in theory, we should be at 40. 40 plus the 10 French money is 50, plus the bonus is 55. 55. Just check me on that. It's been a long day. All right, so 50, so it should be 55 in total. I'm going to collect 4 for the Vichy this turn, on behalf of the Germans, so that'll be 59. So 59. And I think we are good. All right, I'll do a disposition. In Warsaw, there is 1 medium armor, 1 AAA, a total of 2 plus 4 is 6 infantry, 7 cavalry. In East Germany, 3 medium armor, 1 infantry, 1 air transport, 2 medium bombers and a fighter. Berlin has an infantry. West Germany, 1 mountain infantry, 1 medium armor, 1 seaplane. Import 1 battleship, 1 destroyer. In Bavaria, 1 tactical. Believe we can align Romania, so just the Romanian units that you start the game with, if they're there, happy days. I'm going to move this light armor back into the stack. So in Paris, there will be 1 light armor, 1 mechanized, and 7 medium armor. In Belgium, there's 3 infantry and 2 artillery. In Sea Zone M4, 2 fleet submarines. In A46, there is a battle cruiser. That didn't do anything again. And I think we've covered everything. All right, yeah, just let me know about Romania. I'm not going to look it up now and chirp any more time of watching me blabber on. So, all right, I'm going to turn it over now to Bruce and clean up all this mess. Thanks for watching, and thanks for watching the second part.